All right. So we're going to get a little bit of practice with applying. Yeah, no worries, Danielle, for sure. We're going to get a little bit of practice applying this criteria. Okay, so I want you to think, if you don't have them written down, deviance, maladaptive behavior, personal distress, duration, and severity/intensity. So we're going to play psychologist for a moment. Okay, again, these are really broad. Okay, really broad. We're going to look at an example. All right. I want you to determine whether you think the individual has a diagnosable psychological disorder. I'm not asking you to identify what it is, but I want you to pass it through these criteria. Is there deviance, maladaptive behavior, or personal distress? And is it to a degree that causes dysfunction, right, in that person's life, perhaps? Okay. So let's do two examples. All right. So here's case study number 1, and you can respond in the Pear deck. Thomas counts everything in sets of 4. He does this while brushing his teeth, doing his homework, eating his cereal, or watching television. Thomas counts both out loud and internally, depending on the situation. He is currently failing out of school because he devotes so much of his time to counting. So I want you to pass it through the criteria, explain in the Pear deck. All right. Does he have a psychological disorder based on the criteria of deviance, maladaptive behavior, personal distress, right? Severity or intensity or duration. Is the behavior causing dysfunction in his life? So think about those criteria: deviance, maladaptive behavior, and personal distress. Good. Seeing a lot of responses coming through. And some people are sort of going through all three. So let's see if my Pear deck will work now, if I can show these two. Hey, it does. Now it wants to work, right? So you can see two examples from your peers. I just picked two of them. This would be a mental disorder because it is causing personal distress and dysfunction because it's causing him to fail out of school. So we have significant severity there, right? He does have a psychological disorder because this is causing dysfunction in his life, and it's so severe, it's causing a significant impact in his life and to his schoolwork, right? Other people talked about it consuming a lot of time in his day, right? And again, if it wasn't having a negative impact on other parts of his life, that might not be super significant, right? It might be causing him personal distress to a degree. But good. Let's try one more. Again, just because this can be a little tricky. Ellen lives in Chicago. She knows that the weather can be variable and dresses interestingly for this purpose. Could be Denver.